Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So I came across this video. This man is asking why is it that Americans are watching this man take over? Now, I really do have a lot to say at this point because watching, like, it's been probably 2 weeks. Let's say 2 weeks. And so far, it's really, I don't know. It looks like this man has ruled for 25 years. And he's been signing different executive orders back to back, back to back, right? And the things he promised he was going to do aren't even working because the food wasn't up. Though you always say the food wasn't the problem, right? And we absolutely understand that it wasn't the groceries. And now you all are seeing the falsehood that it's going around. Everybody's calling on Black people to help. How are we going to unite and make this work? You and who is we? How? And for those that voted for Justine that said Justine is their perfect candidate, where is Justine so far? Election finished when last year she ran away to this very moment. It's just really amazing how some people that do not know anything about politics are always very quick to tell you I am voting for third party. How many years now has this woman been doing this? And she is going to appear again in the next how many years? 4 or 8 to come back again to tell you she is running again as a third party. And thank you all so much for funding her because she is probably somewhere enjoying the money you all paid into her account. Let's go into this video.
Are you guys watching this? We have a private takeover of the federal government.
I think that we are all him in this situation because genuinely what is happening? This is yet another reason why we do not call Trump supporters patriots, because how the fuck do you support an administration that's actively going against the Constitution, actively breaking federal laws, actively just doing whatever the fuck they want to do and trying to shape it as reform and taking America into the golden age? You support that? You support that? Undermining American democracy and American values just because you can't get your racist, prejudiced way in this country does not make you an American. It doesn't put you on the right side of history. It makes you fucking weird. Part of me still tries to give grace and some sort of mercy to Donald Trump, but I can't bring myself to do that because I don't see any reason why the fuck I would. That is one of the most evil motherfuckers I have ever come across so far in life. And what makes it worse is that he's fucking stupid. Rarely do you get a villain that's fucking dumb. They're usually the lackeys doing like the bullshit side projects, not the ones in charge. They just asked him, well, if you force the Palestinians to leave, where are they going to go? He didn't have an answer for that. So you're going to displace people from their home. And then when people just simply ask, okay, where are you going to place them now that you've displaced them? He's just like, oh, well, you know, and then they even asked them, okay, when you displace the people that have lived there from their literal home, just as they displaced Jews that ended up in fucking concentration camps, when you displace the Palestinians, they asked him who would live there in return, and he said the world's people. Or a world of people. What kind of fucking answer is that? Give me specifics, Trump. Just like he calls all the illegal immigrants animals and criminals and shit. Cool, give us specific charges. Y'all are rounding up thousands of undocumented citizens and calling them criminals. And I know y'all's bullshit definition is, oh, they don't have documents, so they're criminals. Fuck you, okay? But if their only crime is being an undocumented citizen, and you're rounding them up with the illegal immigrants that are violent criminals as well, and you think the American people are just okay with that? You think we're just going to watch that? I guess that's exactly what we're going to do, considering what's going on with Elon Musk right now. I watched a video of law enforcement telling elected federal officials that they cannot enter a government building because Elon Musk was in there. And then those little kids he fucking hired to be on his Doge team. If that's not a government takeover to you, if that's not a wake-up call where your elected officials within the federal government are being denied access to a government building because some fucking billionaires in there doing God knows what to tons and tons and tons of private information, when law enforcement steps in to stop your elected officials, That is your wake-up call. It's gone. I know some people are still in this delusion where Donald Trump is the president from 2024 to 2028, and then there's a free and fair election. He loses, a Democratic nominee wins the election, and then he just unravels everything that's been done. No. They are in this shit for the long, like, when Donald Trump was the president the first time, checks and balances were intact. That's why he was so pissed off, because it was his first time in politics. He's too fucking stupid to understand that you might be the president, but there's still processes of approval to get what you want. So now when he's back in the office, all he's focused on is, okay, get these fucking checks and balances out of here so I can raise hell and do whatever the fuck I want. All these executive orders, over 100 executive orders, where are the ones for the American people that he promised y'all? He could have signed one for price gouging. He could have signed one for the way they do us with rent. He could have signed one for all these day-to-day complications that we have to deal with like that. He could have signed a sheet of paper. It's not his focus. That's why he's not doing it. He's focused on sending illegal immigrants and U.S. citizens that have committed crimes to El Salvador prisons or to Guantanamo Bay, or displacing Palestinians so they can do whatever the fuck they want with it after he's kind of soft-floated, oh, great beachfront property it would be. And now he's talking about displacing Palestinians, and you think that's not still on his mind? I did not think that I would be alive to witness the American government that I was taught about when I was in grade school simply be nothing more than a fucking joke. Those federal officials that they wouldn't let into the government building, the Jasmine Crockett and whoever the fuck, all y'all did was get on a podium and speak about it. That's why this shit keeps fucking happening. I knew shit was fucking cooked when Trump got to run the second time. He broke the oath and he did not do a peaceful transfer of power. It blows my mind that I see fucking right-wingers and shit now on social media and in the comments talking about, oh, you big babies, this is the way things are now and you're just going to have to accept it. After we listen to them talk about a fake election for how long just because their guy lost. And now I have to deal with them calling us dramatic? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't think that America will ever be able to come back from being a laughingstock to the rest of the world. We have all these websites and documents and signatures and processes and things to say, hey, these are the officials within the federal government. And then when the rubber meets the road and Trump is back in the presidency, there is no checks and balances. Everything gets shot through fucking Congress, gets signed into law. Everything is just wild, wild west. And for some reason, the American people who also have power, according to the very Constitution they're going against. I am guilty as well. We make these videos. We send letters to our elected officials. They get on a podium and speak, all while Elon Musk is still balls deep in our private information. Not one vote, not one confirmation, not nothing done for Elon Musk, but he has access to all of our government protected information. And nobody's doing a fucking thing about it. But turning on a camera, recording it, saying how fucked up it is, just like me. And that's it. And that's why it continues. What would have happened in a normal, logical world is a billionaire would have gone into a government building. An unelected billionaire would have gone in there and been arrested immediately. In a normal, logical world, everybody that was a part of January 6th would still be in prison. In a normal, logical world, Donald Trump wouldn't be allowed anywhere near the White House again, considering how he handled 2020 when he fucking lost in a free and fair election. But all of those normal, logical things aren't a part of reality because for some reason we live in a world where we think words do something monumental in the real world. Words are important. Speech and conversation is important. But when you have this level of extreme bullshit going on, not even 1 month into the Trump presidency, I don't think these speeches, these protests, these marches are gonna do shit. The far-right Republicans, the white supremacists, the white nationalists, they're happier than they ever been because they feel like they're gonna get their 1920, 1930, 1940 America back. The white nationalists and the white supremacists are back in power. Stop fucking downplaying it. That same white nationalist that they fired during his first presidency because he went to a white supremacist meeting, he's back on the staff now. Somebody that actively attended a white supremacy meeting is back on the Trump staff now. All the white nationalists and the Christian nationalists that constructed Project 2025, and we see exact things from Project 2025 happening right now. This is a white nationalist wet dream. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm being extreme when I say that white supremacy is their goal. All is based on merit, get rid of DEI shit. Go look at all the stuff they just took out of West Point. They're guising this based on merit thing so that when it's all white men only and jobs that can actually lead to a better life, they say, oh, that's not racism. That's not discrimination. They just had the best merit out of anybody else. Go look at Trump's class of interns during his first presidency, and then go look at Obama's. Does that look like everything was based on merit to you? Or does that look like, oh, those people look like Donald Trump, they share the same race as Donald Trump, so he selected them based on that? This assumption that when you see people of color or women or disabled people having quality jobs, living quality lives, this assumption that that's strictly DEI, that's racism, that's prejudice. If anything, that's fucking insecurity on your part. We are actively watching the American government that we trusted to protect us and uphold our views and our perspectives and our wants and keep checks and balances in fucking tact so that when some dumbass president tries to run off the rails and do whatever the fuck he wants to do with a fucking warlord, that Netanyahu motherfucker from Israel, the government we trusted to step in for that type of shit has just gone fuck all to the wall. It took Schmittler less than 2 months to take over Germany, and we're less than 1 month into the Trump presidency, and they have absolutely shit on the Constitution. And the Constitution was written when black people were still defined as 3/5 human beings, so I understand that some amendments need to be made, but we're talking about just a full-on, blatant disregard for it. And I think the most alarming part that's happening is they make it all sound like it's law. Pam Bondi was just on TV talking about you have to comply with federal law or there will be consequences from the administration that is actively violating federal law. They want to talk about complying with federal law while Donald Trump, as if that man, he already broke the oath. This should honestly be no surprise to anybody. What is a White House faith office? If that's not shitting on the Constitution, I don't know what is. What is that woman's name? Paula White? I saw a video of her saying that your goals will fail and you won't achieve your dreams if you don't send that $35,000 check, if you don't send that $100,000 check. A televangelist telling people to send in checks of substantial size under the name of, in the name of God. Do you not see this shit, man? It is truly disgusting at this point. For all the geniuses out there, because apparently there's a lot of y'all, for all the geniuses out there that are saying, why are y'all scared of an audit? God forbid they finally audit a corrupt government and put everything on blast. Doge said they were going to be super transparent. Here's my thing, right? Y'all are talking about Doge going in and finding all this money that the government has wasted. Y'all are saying that USID has just been laundering money for all this time, yada, yada, yada. Here's my thing. These multimillionaires, these billionaires already have a shit ton of money. And they don't give you shit. Not a fucking thing. You don't cross their mind. Except for how they can fuck you over more than they've already fucked you over. And somehow, y'all are all collectively thinking that they're going to go audit the government, find all of this additional money that's been wasted on other things, and now they have even more money at their disposal. And they're just going to give it to y'all. If they were going to give it to y'all, don't you think they would have done it with the billions of dollars they already have, you ignorant motherfuckers? My second point to that is for the people that are saying, why are y'all so scared of an audit? I don't know. Maybe because the person leading it just threw up a fucking Nazi salute. It's incredible. Y'all just blindly trust him? Elon Musk is going to put it all in the spotlight. Why are y'all so afraid of exposing government corruption? Look at what Elon Musk has done to X. You call that fact checking? I'm sorry that I have trust issues for the guy whose granddad moved from fucking Canada to South Africa during apartheid. Yeah, how do y'all just, if it's an audit, why did he bring programmers and not accountants if it's just an audit? Why are y'all so quick to blindly just trust this shit? There was just an interview of Elon Musk's dad talking about, I've had to build up black people my whole life. Like, how much equality do we need? His words exactly. Saying that he's had to go out of his way for black people his whole life, and how much equality do we need? My God. Same people that have a problem with Black History Month. Why do I need to be reminded every year about my God? If you want to break it down to just sheer numbers, Elon Musk Sr., whatever your name is, you've been uplifting black people your whole life. Let's say you're in your 60s. So 60 plus years of uplifting black people. Slavery was more than 400. You're not even halfway there. And I'm not even the race card guy. I'm not one of these reparations, make everything about race motherfuckers. Like, I can just see the evil plot that seems to be taking shape. That Nazi salute not being a red flag for y'all is insane to me, man. If anything, all he has to do is put something on his fucking X account, the social media platform he owns, and say, hey, just want to clarify this. He hasn't said shit. So if the whole world is looking at somebody saying, hey, was that a Nazi salute? And he doesn't clearly say, no, that wasn't a Nazi salute, I'm going to accept that that was a Nazi salute. And God forbid I have somebody that does that. God forbid I have a problem with him going through my private information for a government audit. Do you see how fucking stupid y'all sound? A quote that is constantly going in my head is that when injustice becomes law, rebellion becomes duty, because I can see them take the law, violate the law, and twist it in a way to where they can tell their cult followers that this is the law. I call it the perversion of law. You try to make everything sound positive, or in the golden age of America, and you overstep checks and balances and you just do whatever the fuck you want. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. To my knowledge, the Republicans unanimously voted to confirm this Russ Vought guy to be the leader of the Office of Management and Budget. Not only is he a self-declared Christian nationalist, he is one of the main architects of Project 2025. So when y'all talk about why are y'all afraid of a government audit and exposing the corruption, and we ask y'all why the fuck do y'all trust these people, please note that we're asking y'all that because Donald Trump said word for word, everybody in the country saw the fucking video where he said, I don't know anything about Project 2025. I have nothing to do with it. But then when you have the fucking one of the main architects become a leader in your cabinet, how the fuck am I supposed to believe that? When some of those executive orders are directly from Project 2025, how the fuck are we supposed to believe that you don't know anything about it? We told y'all from the very moment he said it that that is his fucking plan. And I think that the people that are against Project 2025 need to wake the fuck up and realize that millions of people are for 2025. I think we need to have the conversation that a lot of people that were there for the end of segregation and the civil rights movements, they're still alive today, and they weren't really happy with those movements. They just couldn't do anything to stop it. And now they feel like they can. There are some old white people right now who have the mindset, well, before I die, I got to make sure I correct America. And you can imagine what their version of a correct America looks like. We could be looking at a civil rights movement in the 21st century. I think people don't realize that it took the world to stop the Holocaust. Multiple countries flew to that bitch. It wasn't just some group of rebels inside Germany. No, the world, World War II. And they didn't have damn near the machinery and the artillery and the technology we have today. I don't want to see it, but it damn sure doesn't look like we're doing anything to stop the third one. This isn't something to joke about to me. When I see them create a task force to go after anti-Christian bias, I'm a Christian myself, but that's crazy to me. You have a freedom of religion. If you're a Christian in America, that means you have the freedom to practice that religion in America. That does not mean that you have the freedom to force that religion on other people or to deter people from openly practicing and celebrating their own religion. It's this weird sense of control that y'all have that has always confused me.
Today is Thursday, February 6th, 2025. And before I go pick up my shipping supplies and everything else and get my business going, I had to pause for a second to say this. I see all of the Trump apology voters who are changing their minds and having buyer's remorse on their voter choice. You asked for this. For all of the people who voted for Jill Stein saying they couldn't vote for Kamala because of policies in Palestine, now that Trump has said that they're going to occupy Palestine and you voted to put them in, the fuck is Jill Stein at? Do you hear her advocating for Palestine now? No, she's busy spending all that money you gave her while she was running. That's what she does every 4 years. She runs and she disappears. You got played. I would leave this alone, but our women, black women, told you this, and your response was calling them sellouts. Your response was talking bad about them. Black women know what they're talking about. They see it. They have an innate ability to see it in a person. But you didn't want to listen. And so right now, we are jumping behind our leader now, Jasmine Crockett. Protect Jasmine Crockett. With all that buyer's remorse and all that, okay, you was right, and I'm trying to come over here. No. I'm a bitter motherfucker. Stay your ass over there with Jill Stein. Stay your ass over there with Donald Trump. We don't need you, and we can't afford you. Peace.
This is all I got from those videos. And the truth is that the kind of red flag coming from this present administration, it's really all over. And for those that are actually out there, the MAGAs that are out there defending him, because as it stands, it is quite a few, because everybody is feeling the heat. Both the ones that thought good things or great things were going to come out from the administration. But I really do not know the kind of person. I don't want to but what kind of person are you that will make you think that great things are going to come out from this person? I don't know, but I am asking. The fact that the Congress, I don't know, but sometimes I am like, what are people doing? What are you calling your congressmen and congresswomen? Because it looks like they absolutely are not doing anything, or maybe they are not doing enough. But one thing I am going to say is that I see Jasmine Crockett out there doing what she knows how to do best. And I salute her strength. I salute her courage. She is doing amazingly great. I see a lot of people showering praises and all that to her. And I am also still trying to gather some videos to bring to you on Jasmine Crockett, because Black Girl Magic, she is doing a great job. I love her. right? So now back to the main story. The fact that I am also seeing programmers, like how did they hire? I saw those 5 young men, like very young, that just finished high school, not even college, that they hired programmers for an audit is like, I don't know, but I feel like it's just like having a dentist perform your surgery. I don't know how this is working, but one thing I know for sure is that this administration will make really life very harder for people, not even harder for people. So everybody got to wake up. And for the judges also that are blocking his some of the bills that he is passing, they also need to be on their A games because I feel like they are not doing enough. US aid and the rest, like I am just so much in shock that because Elon Musk is in a government building and the people shouldn't come into the building, that really tells you how even your president looks like the vice president, and Princess Elonia or Queen Elonia is the real government himself. And to the greatest, like, I don't know, but what can I say or what can I do? I think that is the best to ask. I see a whole lot. Now this is also a great reminder for all those people that voted Justine, that said it is Justine that is their candidate, that says she aligned with their belief. I hope you all are doing great, especially Latinos, because I am seeing videos of him saying that you see the South African refugees, the Afrikaners, that is the white people, are going to be, they are coming over to be refugees, but no other person is qualified so far to be a refugee. Now, there are also some Latinos, right? Yeah, Mexicans too, in that South Africa, but they are not allowed to move to US. It is only the Afrikaners, that is the white South Africans. That because you're, I don't know who to go, but the present administration said that that they see that the South Africans are maltreating them. And I am asking, who is maltreating who? South Africans maltreating them. How? That this really tells you a lot. And you all already know that he has blocked the aids going to South Africa and to other people, like literally almost all over the world. But you know what? It is really going to be a long ride. And for those that voted Justine, I hope you all are kind of also ready to experience everything going on, because it is going to be a very long one. I am going to draw my curtain here. Let me know what you all think in the comment section, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.